welcome back to the show. Just thought I'd give you guys an update on the Ecco 5 giveaways first of all, because I know you guys are anticipating when the prize draw will be held, and I'm planning to do it over the weekend. I can't give you an exact date, but I'm pretty sure the prize draw will be live on YouTube by Monday, very latest by Tuesday morning, guys. So keep a lookout for that video, guys, and good luck. And we've had about 50 plus people that are part of the prize draw, and you guys, I've been intrigued to find out about your watch collection and your holy grail watches and what you're striving to buy and your favorite watches. And I'm just surprised that we've got viewers from the Philippines right to the UK, US, you name it, every country, which is absolutely great. And it's amazing how far YouTube can spread, and it's a great social media tool for anybody really to share their passion for with people around the world. So it's been absolutely delightful talking to you guys, and yeah, good luck once again. Today I'm following on the theme of Christmas shopping, buying watches for your loved ones, both ladies and gents, okay? And what can I say, buying someone a Christmas present, trying to get it right is very, very difficult, and you've got to really take in consideration who you're buying the watch. Are they into watch brands? Are they going to be into certain aesthetic style of that watch that you're buying them? Does it suit their personality? Does it go with the type of things they wear? There's so much to consider, and I've had to really think things through before I buy people certain watches. And I'm going to basically focus on a few watch brands that I feel have got some real good substance and offer great affordable watches, give and take around the £200 mark, okay? So I'm going to be showing some Casio watches that I've bought, and they've got a wide range, and this is the watches that I've bought are for both ladies and some gents, so my friends and family and my colleagues at work. And those of you guys that are watching this video will know what I've bought you, because you'll know what I'm like, and I know what you're like and the kind of watches that you prefer, because you guys pretty much told me, which is fair enough. So I've got a fair idea, but I've gone new on the affordable watches. I think that especially family and friends, it's nothing worse than buying them a used watch, okay, I have to say. Look, if you're a watch enthusiast and you're buying them a high-end luxury watch, you can get away with buying them a used watch, because they understand watches and they understand that it makes more sense to buy a good example, a good quality used example, preferably some sort of iconic watch with some real substance, or just a luxury watch that they like the look of, okay, which is fair enough. But we're going to talk about Casio watches today, and the type of Casio watches that I chose and the reasons why. My Ecco watches that I've bought loads of watches, guys. I've got it done. I popped into Brent Cross on a lunch break and I went crazy, okay? I bought some Citizen watches as well, and I bought some Bulova watches as well, which are absolutely great. And these are, all those brands I've just mentioned are quite popular in the UK. Bulova, if you went back maybe, 10 years ago in the UK, they weren't as popular. You couldn't really get your hands on them quite easily. But now, Bulova are popping up with some of our mainstream jewelers, the likes of Ernest Jones, and H. Samuels, Phoenix. They're popping up everywhere, basically. They're becoming really, really popular, and people are really intrigued by them, to be fair. And yet they're another watch brand with some real substance, just like Ecco. They need no introduction. Ecco, great innovation, really are horological, they've got really horological real substance to what they do. They've got some really good iconic watches at a very good price point, and there's a lot of quality there. Don't forget, guys, there's Amazon. Today my video is more focused within the UK. However, you'll get a good sort of insight to the sort of watches that I've bought and the reasons why. I've tried to stay away from any sort of like designer brand like Hugo Boss or Guess or anything like that, because their watches are they're good, they're good names as such, in the fashion world, but not necessarily well respected, and they have no real substance in the watch world. They're very much homages of other sort of Swiss iconic luxury brands. They're sort of like a homage of many watches put into one watch. They literally sort of like they're like a parody of different watches, to be fair, equivalent, a very cheap version, you know. A lot of the time they've got cheap Chinese movements, although, you know, there are some of those sort of luxury, you know, brands like Bulgari or Gucci that will have Swiss movements like ETA inside. They're good, you know, and, you know, I think guys probably don't appreciate those types of watches as much as, you know, the ladies. Women love them because they know the brand. It's, you know, it's more focused on the female marketplace, I have to say. But I spoke to my clients and they said to me, the ones that sort of sell watches, you know, they sell watches up to £10,000, they'll find over the Christmas period that the bulk of their sales will be, price range will be anything from, you know, around about, give and take, the £500 mark to £250 mark will be the general sort of prices that people go for. And especially like even the more, you know, lower end stuff as well, £50 plus, you know, there's some really great deals out there. The likes of H. Samuel, Ernest Jones offer good price match facilities. So if you go in there, like what I did, you know, yesterday, I said, look, I found these watches online. They're this price. Can you price match it? Yes, I can. As long as you can prove it's a retailer and it's based in the UK and they're selling the watch for a lot cheaper, they will price match it, guys. And the good news is, you know, if you buy someone a watch and they don't like it, you've got your gift receipt. They can go back into the store, get a refund, or they can exchange it for a watch of their choice. Okay, they may even want to add some more money to it as well to get something even better potentially. So you give them that option as well. But anyway, guys, let's get straight to this sort of not a review as such. It's more just a discussion on the watches that I've bought a few people recently, and I'll just go through them, the reasons why I bought them, because of their personality. You know, everybody's unique. Everybody has a different taste. Everyone's got a different style, and you've got to respect that. You know, just because you like something doesn't mean it's going to suit or someone else is going to like it as well, because the world would be a very, very boring place if everybody liked the same things. But before we go into that, let's do a quick wristwatch check. I am wearing a Ramen Wheel Tango watch. It's got real flair, guys, this watch. It's I like it. It's, you know what, it's not to everybody's taste, but like I said, everybody's got different taste, and it's very, very, it's got flair. It's very elegant as well, yet it's sporty, and it can get away as being a dress watch purely because of its size, guys. It's a very, very nice watch, I have to say. It's a quality Swiss watch brand. Ramen Wheel, I don't know, I'm not that keen on all of their watches they do, but I like the Ramen Wheel Tango and the Don Giovanni, especially the 18 karat gold version. I had that in my hand, and it really felt, you felt the craftsmanship. It felt like a very, very good quality timepiece. But this Ramen Wheel Tango is, you know, it's been inspired by the genre of the tango music and dance. And there's nothing better than that. And for that reason, I love the watch. It's got flair, you know. It's got a lot of flair in this watch, the way it's been designed. I love the dial, and just have a look at that, guys. It looks so cool, yeah? It's a cool watch, you know what I mean? It's something a bit different, you know. You don't always have to follow the crowd and buy the predictable stuff. Yeah, I've got predictable stuff in my watch collection. Who hasn't? However, I've got some pieces that won't be to everybody's taste, but I love them. I think they're great. But anyway, guys, let's get straight down to the watches that I bought for my colleagues, my friends, and, you know, let's take it from there, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Right then, guys, let's get stuck in. Let's start off with a watch that I've bought for one of my family members, okay? He's not a young guy. He doesn't really appreciate, you know, luxury watch brands, but he does appreciate quality timepieces, but doesn't believe in spending, you know, thousands of pounds on a watch. You know, he doesn't see the value in that, but does appreciate new technology and new innovation. And I went for a Citizen Sports chronograph watch, stainless steel, a classic looking chronograph watch from H. Samuel's, guys. And this watch is actually exclusive to H. Samuel's, okay? And the retail price for this watch is £250. However, H. Samuel's are selling this watch. They've reduced it from £250 to £149, guys. And what can I say? When I first had a look at this watch, I was absolutely stunned. I really like the look of the watch. I love the fact that the bezel is placed internally underneath the glass. I don't want to take off the sticker because it's a brand new watch and it's not going to be my watch. I am giving it away to a family member, but you cannot go wrong with Citizen watches. It's Eco Drive, guys. It's an Eco Drive watch. What can I say? Citizen watches for this price point, in my opinion, if you want a hassle-free watch, Citizen watches are absolutely great, guys. I can't stress that anymore, but it's a very nice looking, elegant watch, and I think they make absolutely great Christmas gifts, I have to say. Lovely, lovely watch. Look at that in close up, guys. See what you think. Not bad at all, I have to say. It's very nice, guys. What can I say? I'm not going to do a review. I'm not going to bore you guys. If you want to find out what the Eco Drive technology stands for, I've done some other reviews, in-depth reviews of other Citizen Eco Drive watches, and I explain how it operates and how it works. Let's have a look at the bracelet, actually, because I haven't had a look at that. I did actually wear it when I was in the store. Very nice. I'll give you the model number below so you can have a look at it. They say it's exclusive to H7s, but I had a look online. You can get these online as well. You know, if you're not in the UK, you can buy H7. We've got a very good online store as well, and they also do price matching as well. I'm not sure they do that online, but look at that watch, guys. You know, for £150, can you argue with that? Eco Drive watch, sports chronograph watch, very well made, good quality. You can't argue with that. I think my uncle's going to absolutely love that, and he'll remember me for many a year when he's been wearing this watch, okay? So just close that and put that away. I think it suits his personality, guys. Yeah, if I bought him a £1,000 watch, he would probably get me to go and send it back and, you know, get a refund, because he would have felt that. He doesn't see the value in watches of spending, you know, that sort of price. But it comes in a lovely box, guys, with its 5-year guarantee. You know, Citizen, what can I say? They're a very well respected watch brand, and they're not necessarily, you know, considered, you know, a luxury timepiece, but for an everyday watch, you know, they're absolutely great in my opinion. Now, next watch is something totally different. I bought a couple of these watches. They're both the same watch, and I went for a Casio classic unisex watch, gold plated, because it suits their personality. So let's have a look. Open this watch up, guys, to have a look what we have here. Okay, let's take this out. And this is for a lady. This is for a friend of mine. Okay, and you know, they're quite trendy. You know, they're very trendy. They wear trendy clothing. They're very fashion conscious, and they love retro, unique design. And what better watch to get them than this iconic Casio classic slim unisex watch? Okay, look at the light. I think it lights up the, you know, it's a black stroke gold yellow digital display. Very cool alarm watch, guys. What can I say? Classic looking watch. And I bought this not to everybody's taste, but it's their personality. And I think my wife would love one of these. She's into this sort of, you know, classic retro-y looking watches. Doesn't care about the price. You know, this watch is £54.99 in H. Samuels. Okay, guys, it's £55. I had a look online. There wasn't any retailers selling it for cheaper. However, you can buy these on Amazon or the watch shop for a little bit cheaper, guys. Yeah, but I went with it. I still went with that price, and I paid that price for mainly due to the fact that I've got the gift receipt. If they're not happy, they could walk into the store, okay, themselves, part exchange it for something else. If they don't like the watch or it's faulty, they can even get a refund. You know, if you're buying it online, because I've paid for it, I would be the one that would have to go through the process of, you know, getting a refund or, you know, exchanging it for a different piece. It just gives away the headache. I'd rather pay a little bit more to pass away the headache of anything going wrong, yeah, just by giving that, you know, that gift receipt. But I think they're going to love it. You know, I've bought a couple of these. I've actually got another one that were out of stock. I bought 3 of these to give away, but I think they're very classic looking watches, guys. It's cool. It's a little bit too small for me, yeah? You know, my Ramen wheel watch is very small, and this one is even, so it's like a, I don't know, 26 millimeters. It's for the ladies, this one, guys. Classic looking watch. They're very popular, and it's an iconic watch, guys. This is a classic Casio iconic watch, yeah, unisex watch that I think is absolutely great. I love them. It's such a cool watch. You know, I'm going to give my, I probably would never wear this watch, you know, personally, you know, at this size. I'd want a bigger one if I was to wear a watch like this, but I'm going to give one to the wife, and she won't be, she doesn't watch my videos anyway, guys, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to buy her another, you know, this is not going to be our only Christmas present, guys, or anything like that, you know, but I'm sure everybody else, and, you know, my colleagues that some of these watches are for, especially the ladies, they will really like this because they're quite cool, trendy, Camden type people, yeah? So let's just put that away. Now, next watch is another ladies' watch, guys. And I know the guys are thinking, gosh, man, this is meant to be a man's or a male-orientated channel. But look, I just thought I'd show you the watches because, look, guys, if you're a watch enthusiast, you're probably going to buy friends and family. I do anyway. I don't know, not everybody the same. Buy them watches because I just love buying watches, yeah. And this is another watch, a Bulova watch that I think they're going to like. And it's for a close family friend, okay, and it's a Bulova watch, okay. This is a dress watch, and you can wear it casually as well, guys, but it's got like Swarovski diamonds in the middle of the dial, which is absolutely great. And the person that I'm buying this for doesn't necessarily have a lot of knowledge in terms of watch brands. They like watches that pop, that bling, yeah, that's their personality. I'm not saying they're materialistic or anything like that, but they like things that look, you know, sparkly type things that pop, and there's nothing that's going to pop more than this Bulova, you know, classic in rose gold PVD. It's got a Japanese Miyota movement in there, and this is actually, I picked this up from Ernest Jones, and it was £200, but I found online they were selling it for £139, and they price matched it for me at that price, and it's a winner, guys. I know it's a nice watch, you know. I think she's going to absolutely love it. And yeah, look at those Swarovski diamonds. It's got some real sparkle there, guys, I have to say. And Bulova, you know, I think they're a great alternative, especially for the women, to Michael Kors, because I think they're a watch brand with some real substance. And don't get me wrong, you know, their entry stuff is just like anyone else, but the quality is a lot better than some of those designer stuff, yeah. You know, Bulova are part of Citizen, yeah. So a lot of the technology that they share at the entry level is the same sort of movements that you find in your Citizen watches as well, which is absolutely great. But no, this watch, you know, for ladies, it pops, yeah. I like it. Rose gold, you know, she's Greek. She's got that sort of tan Mediterranean skin. It's going to suit her, you know, her skin tone, her clothing. She likes this sort of stuff, yeah. It suits her personality. It's not to everybody's taste, you know. Like if I gave this away to some of the people that work for me, they probably wouldn't wear it because it's in rose gold, or they just don't like the diamond. Everybody's different, like I said. So quite happy with that purchase, guys. And I did get it cheaper because I did the price match on there, which is absolutely great. I'm pretty happy with that. And then like what I'm giving away, guys, is the Seiko 5 watches. So all my sort of friends that are into watches, for example, I bought them a Seiko 5, and I've bought different variations. I've ordered some more. It's very hard to find Seiko watches in the UK, or, you know, shopping more retailers just don't sell them. You know, you'd have to order it in, basically. You know, if you go to Ernest Jones or H. Samuels, they are authorized reseller of Seiko watches. However, you know, they don't seem to have many automatic watches. They're all like kinetic or solar watches they have on display for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe that from there, you know, they've analyzed their return on investment, and they probably found that more people were buying solar and kinetic watches, and I think that is the case. So you'd have to order them. But I bought this off Amazon, you know, $65. They say they retail at £100 normally, but you know, it was they're a UK reseller, which is absolutely great. Great price point for a mechanical watch to give away these Seiko 5s. I don't want to repeat too much what I said in the last video and bore you guys to death, but I've bought loads of different, you know, color variations. This is the blue one. I'm giving away, you know, a blue and a green one for the prize draw, which is absolutely great. But I bought like an off color, whitish, sort of like whitish style Seiko 5 watch as well that I'm giving away to a friend. That's the color they wanted, and I obliged and I bought them that watch, and I've ordered those off of Amazon. Yeah, and Amazon's good as well. Look, Amazon are really good. You can find some good deals on eBay as well. If you're going luxury, I would say Watchfinder, Watch Seeker and Chronix are great ways to find those watches. But I hope you enjoyed today's little video giving you an insight to my thought process and the watch brands I stick to when I'm buying affordable watches. And don't get me wrong, guys, a lot of you guys will be screaming and shouting, what the hell is this? Yeah, why did you buy something? Look, it's for a lady. You know, they're not going to appreciate if I buy them imagine if I bought them a Seiko Turtle, a dive watch. They won't like it, you know. And some of my mates just don't like tool watches. You know, I can't force them to become watch enthusiasts. Then someone I bought them Seiko 5s, you know, because I think it's a good watch to get people into the hobby, you know, and it could trigger some interest. You know, it's got the clear case back as well. You know, I want to get people into the hobby, guys. I want to share, you know, my passion. And, you know, the watch hobby, watch collecting is a dying industry. People prefer smartwatches, you know. It's quite sad in a way that in the fact that, you know, 10 years from now, I probably will own a smart watch. You know, I'm sure, you know, the technology will improve, aesthetic, they'll look better, but I'm still going to collect traditional analog and digital watches because I like watches in general, from digital watches to quartz movements to automatics and self-winding movements. And I've started to get into even vintage watches, you know, as well. So, you know, I'm quite a generic guy. I don't specialize in specific any type of watch. If I like the look of it and it's got an interesting story and it's iconic, or it's just a watch that I like the look of, I'm gonna buy it because it makes me happy, guys. But anyway, just to summarize, guys, please don't forget to subscribe and like if you like the channel. Every little support and effort that you guys give to the channel helps. And just to summarize the Seiko 5 watch giveaways, the video is going to be shot probably on Saturday or Sunday, so by the time it's uploaded, keep a lookout. Monday the earliest, the very latest, it will be out on Tuesday morning, so keep a lookout, guys. Thanks for watching once again. Good luck with your Christmas shopping. Look, guys, sometimes, you know, watches are very difficult things to buy for people because you cannot win everybody. I think it's sometimes easier to buy someone a watch who's a watch enthusiast. It's a little bit easier in terms of what watches you're choosing to buy. So good luck. And look, you don't have to buy them a watch, guys, because I'll probably buy them a perfume with people that I don't know. And even then, you'll probably get it wrong anyway, guys. So good luck. It's the most difficult thing you can do is buying someone a Christmas present that's going to make them happy. But think about their personality, think about their style, think about the type of clothing that they wear and whether you can match that watch to their everyday wear and, you know, formal wear as well, depending on the type of person they are and the type of work they're in as well. Good luck, guys. Thank you for watching. See you later.